Welcome to another episode of Indie Game Friday. This week we will do Paper Sorcerer, which is an old school inspired independent role playing game, as many things are on my channel. Forgot to introduce this. This is the RPG crawler as usual. Paper Sorcerer, available on, I believe, Steam and GOG.com. It is a takeoff of the old first-person dungeon crawlers. As you can see, you actually play the villain this time. This is kind of reminiscent of Revenge of Wordna from the Wizardry series, those of you who have played that, wherein you play a sorcerer summoning monsters to do your bidding. Basically, going through the dungeon in reverse order, from the depths out to the exit. It has been one of those days, I tell you what. So, let's hope my recording goes a little bit better this time. So, I'm started a new game, normal. You awaken with a start, reflexively trying to cast a spell that dies in your throat when you see your surroundings. The last thing you remember was fighting for the king's lapdogs. Banan the warrior. I can't pronounce that. The ranger. Akimi the mage. And Yalran the priest. They had a book that glowed with a fearsome light. You weren't the type to be easily scared, but as you looked into that light, you felt truly terrified like you never have before. Ah, man. Alright, this is gonna be one of those days, man. I gotta find some way to get these allergies under control this time of year. But you have all of your arms, legs, fingers, and senses intact, so things could always be worse. In checking to make sure you are intact, you confirm you are a male. The first thing you figure you should do is to find out where you are. Use WASD to move, look around with a mouse, click on things to interact with. Alright, so as you can see, it's basically a 3D dungeon crawler with a very stylized sort of art style. It looks like paper illustrations, thus the name Paper Sorcerer. To advance dialogue, press the space button. Okay. On the upper right corner, an option to search will occasionally appear. Press the space bar to search the area. Okay. So, search. You feel some kind of subtle force in this room. It's making it difficult to concentrate. Your head feels all fuzzy. You can slowly feel your magic seeping away, along with your will to stand, escape, or do anything that doesn't involve laying down. Whatever kind of magic this is, it's truly insidious as you feel yourself nodding off over it. I promise this is not a text game. Self-nodding off already, you should probably lie down before you hurt yourself. That is a good idea, but I think I'm going to give that a miss first. I can't open the door. Kind of a dark room otherwise. Okay, that was my menu. Okay. Even though you've only been conscious for a short amount of time, you feel extremely tired. Want to rest for a bit? Yes. It doesn't take long before you feel yourself slipping into a deep sleep. Right before you begin to slumber, however, you have the distinct impression you're being watched. Shit, I am sorry, people. Okay, you have a dream where you're talking with some friends you had when you were younger, but the room you're talking in is unfamiliar, with plain stone walls and a table with several bags on it. I'm tabbing out for the moment. I'm going to open up my chat. I should have done this before. This is yet again one of those games where it stops the music when you tab out, which is there's a technical reason for that, but I don't particularly care for it. So there we go. But the room you're talking in is unfamiliar, with plain stone walls and a table with several bags on it. When you open the bag in the center, a snake jumps out and slithers out of the room. When you awaken, there's a mouse sitting in the end of the bed staring at you. This is a fucked up dream. And you're an interesting one. No, you are an interesting one. A sorcerer, that's some dark magic. Finding souls and calling them when needed. You know, I gotta start learning to record these things ahead of time, so I don't have to rush on my indie writing. That can be a dangerous power, dangerous but useful. Okay, so this mouse wants to manipulate me. What do you want? Waiting for someone like you. I would like to escape, and I think you can help me. Right now, you've been sealed inside a prison of sorts. The king has been trapping threats to the kingdom here for decades. I think I know a way to escape, but I can't do it alone, and a sorcerer like you is just what I need. If you'd be willing to help me, I would be able to ensure we both get out. Alright, I'll help you. Sure. Excellent. The first thing you need to do is get out of this cell block. Suddenly, a burst of intense magic energy fills the room. The oppressive force that was draining your magic is gone, as is the mouse. If the mouse could do that, why can't the mouse break itself out? You hear a whispery voice in your mind. I will find you again soon. I shall call you. You and I. Anyway. Oh wow, the door's open. Okay, so now we begin our journey proper. You can feel some of your power returning. You may summon one of your former thralls to aid in your escape. So this is where it comes in. Like in Revenge of Wordna, you basically summoned creatures during combat, and this is much the same, except you form a permanent party, or a semi-permanent party, with existing monsters off of a roster. Choose wisely, they will function as the party for the rest of your adventures here. So, I don't know how many I'm going to be able to summon. I knew it once. I've played this before, but I have not played that far ahead, so... Do we go with a werewolf, a minotaur, or a skeleton? I think I'm going to go with a skeleton, because keeps the it's basically your tank. You know, they take a lot of damage. They don't do much damage, but they're able to keep the focus together. Thanks to heavy armor and an assortment of defensive skills, the skeleton excels in protecting the more fragile members of the party, which includes you, but it also includes other casters. Okay, reform passively. No, reform, not reform. Actually, physically reforms himself. Okay, you can equip long swords, light, medium, and heavy armor, a shield, and one accessory. Yes, I would like to summon a skeleton. Don't forget to equip your new ally. Do I have any equipment? No, I don't have any equipment. So I don't know why it would tell me to equip my new ally. Anyway, as soon as you pass through the doorway, you see a single guard barreling down the hallway towards you. This is the tutorial battle. Hey you, how'd you get out of your cell? I'll say hello. It's my bad. In the nicest tone possible, you call out to him. The door just kind of opened by itself. In response, the guard brandishes his mace and continues his charge. What an asshole. I was trying to talk to him nicely. You can tell by the look on his face, he's the kind of man who's got something to prove. Well, he can prove he's a dead man. That is turn-based. Select the option you want with a mouse. Right-click to back out of any menu. Space bar can be used to quickly select basic attacks. Energy is used for performing skills. Regenerates for 1 per round. Energy not used in combat can be used outside of battle for healing skills and the like. To do this, go to the skills section of the menu. Small dice icon next to each skill in the menu shows how many turns that skill takes to recharge. For example, a 3 means that skill takes turns to recharge. See these messages again, go to the info section of the menu. Okay, so here's our fight. We will go with a basic attack on the guard from both of my people. Okay, he is hitting me pretty hard, so I think I'm gonna go with skill, and we'll go with a black bolt on the guard. And for the skeleton, we'll see what skills he has. Defensive strike. Yeah, as you take damage, your defense goes down in each combat. I guess it's basically modeling you getting thrown off balance and things like that. And again on the guard. See, even though it's very simplistic graphics, the art style is nice and cohesive, so it's not that much fun. And I think I may be playing an old version because I did not update when I went on here this evening. So this might very well be an old version, but we'll challenge him with a skeleton just to get him off my sorcerer and black bolt again. As you can see, it's only got 1 on the die, which means I can use it like pretty much every round as long as I've got energy. You don't start with a hell of a lot of energy. See, each one only has like 4 energy to his name. So you basically can front load all of your damage. Okay, you got 5 gems, 1 iron mace, and 1 basic tough rune. Now that is stuff that I can equip to my skeleton. Let us equip my skeleton then real quick. Go to equipment, and you probably can't see that because it's behind my face. And for weapons, he can't use a mace, but he can use the rune. And for equipment, we will go with the sorcerer. The sorcerer can use the mace, so that's going to be a little bit of a benefit to me. Alright, looking down the hall, I see all kinds of cells. The door is sealed and won't open. From the other side, you hear the sounds of loud snoring. The door is sealed and won't open. You get a sickening feeling of some inhuman intelligence trying to probe your mind. Sealed and won't open. Intelligible screams. Basically, I was looking to see if there was anything worth going down that hall for. Okay. Basically, flavor text. A hell of a lot of flavor text. No sounds from the other side, and no sounds. These are empty cells. So this is basically a prison where the king dumps all of the troublemakers of the kingdom and basically forgets about them. They never come back. I love the art style on this. It is so nice. And this is, a basic room. Get a box, which I cannot open yet because I don't have a key, and I don't have anybody that can pick locks, so I'll leave it alone. Music's not half that bad either. And as I said, this is probably an old version, so. Inside this chest is a veritable armory. However, the quality is dubious at best, and you get the impression that they were either being sent for repairs or to get scrapped. You find a worthless iron staff, a shameful iron axe, a worn iron dagger. Basically a collection of equipment for you and your characters. Okay. So I've basically got my basic gear. Let me try to summon some additional creatures. Okay, so apparently I can't. I can only have 1 out right now. Let's get him equipped then. Man, that mouse cursor is kind of messing me up. You see how the little white dot is where my mouse goes, and then the targeting reticle follows after. Give him a shitty longsword, a junky longsword, and rags. Equipment on my sorcerer. Oh, he can wear armor. Rags. Not much in the way of equipment. But I suppose it's one of those kind of survival kind of games where you're starting with nothing and you're basically building yourself up, which I've said in the past I really like. So let's go in here and see if there's anything worthwhile. Wow, there's shadows and darkness. It all looks hand-drawn, like illustrations in a book, which it should. Found a broom. You found a mop. I have no idea if those are actually things or just there to mess with you. Inside the cabinet is a book titled The Peaceful Path, Learning to Put Banditry Behind You. Want to take it? Yes, I'll take it. You decided to steal the book about learning not to steal. Now, if that doesn't get some bonus points, I don't know what does. The bed in this room is unusually small. What's this? There's a bag there. Okay, one playing key. Let's look. So that bed is basically a small bed. It tells me some sort of reformed creature lives there. Let's go here and try the key in this. Use item, playing key. Unlock the chest with a playing key. The click sound it makes is quite satisfying. The lock is now open. Found 4 restoration crystals. Restoration crystals are very important items in hard and 1980s difficulty, which is significantly harder than I'm willing to do on a quick playthrough. Aside from a few high-level skills, restoration crystals are the only way to revive dead characters, which is nice. Permadeath in those harder levels. They restore hit points as well as resurrect the dead, so you should always make sure to have a couple on hand. As if you have a choice. But you actually do, at some point, reach a town area, so it's not all that bad. A pair of guards are standing around murmuring, and as soon as you enter, they turn to face you. The shocked look on their faces is so absolutely priceless, however, they regain their composure and rush into attack. Other than hit points and energy, there's only one thing you can keep track of in combat. Death is a character's defense is subtracted from any damage inflicted. Example, if a guard attracts you 10 damage and you have 4 defense, 10 minus 4 equals 6 from hit points. It goes down with each hit. As I said before, they wear you away over the battle, but it's restored after the battle. So it's like almost like a temporary hit point pool, and I like that idea. It's kind of like as the battle goes on, and as you get hit, you take more and more damage because you're getting off balance, so on and so forth. Alright. Now the combats in this game, from past experience, get very hard very swiftly, and you start with the exact same energy that you left at for the previous battle. You only recover energy in battle. So it may be worth on some battles to basically hang out and regenerate your energy on the last creature. To that end, though, I'm going to have to take one of these guys out real quick and then kind of hang out with the other one. I'll defend, and we'll defend on him too. But really, I should just attack with a skeleton, because the skeleton is going to be the one it's going to take a while to kill anything. As you can see, I've got full energy on my skeleton. I'll continue to defend on my wizard. Or, sorry, on my sorcerer. No, we'll just do straight up attacks on this one. You can see the difference in hit points too. My skeleton has a massive amount of hit points. And I kind of want to finish this guy off now, so there we go. These are basically the tutorial combats. Wooden coins, 2 scraps of leather. basically all kinds of shit that you can trade. Once you finish the first boss, you go into your own home and city area. I got that far, so let's see if I can't get that far through this quick playthrough. You cleared block 1 level. You can feel some of your power returning. You may summon one of your former thralls. Alright, so I get a second character. Now I've got a tank, so what I would do is, I guess, some sort of healer. So let's go with the vampire, because that looks nice. The vampire, Prince of Darkness. Using dark magic, he drains life, etc., etc. A more offensive-minded healer, which I'm going to need because my skeleton does not look like he's going to be winning any damage contests anytime soon. So, life drain, dark sacrifice, sacrifice a percent of your own hit points to heal an ally. So basically, he sucks up the life and then he gives it to the various people in there. So that's not a bad combo. Like a warlock or something. It's great swords, light and medium armor, and one accessory. Yes, I would like to summon the vampire. And let's equip him while I'm at it. Equipment, vampire, weapon, great sword, armor, bags. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. I'm playing this on I'm trying to get used to playing the screen. Come across a hunched over old goblin sweeping the hallway, whom I suspect is the owner of the book I just stole about learning not to steal. As you approach, he turns around, his eyes slowly widen until they're the size of saucers. He looks around to make sure no one is around. Quickly hobbles up to you. The writing is not that great, but it's good enough. It gets the job done. It's not noticeably bad, it's just, you know, there's some things that kind of make you go, huh, that could have been worded a little bit better. How'd you get out of your cell? A very strange mouse helped me. A mouse? The spirit of the book. After a furtive glance over his shoulder, he leans closer. Right now you are in a magical artifact of great power, the Librum Claustrum. A book that isn't really a book at all, and more like its own extra-dimensional space. It is used by heroes under orders of the king to imprison evil and maintain peace in the realm. Evil is just you and I. When something, or someone or something is put here, they are supposed to go into a deep sleep for all eternity, dreaming the dreams of madmen. But, as we know, that isn't always the case. Sometimes the spells designed to sap our power don't work. Other times, the spirit of the book has been known to interfere. Either way, the result is usually the same. An inmate escapes, and the guards hunt him down. They relish the excitement. What do you ask? Let's ask about the gems first. Those gems have a very special property. If you look into one and concentrate, you can briefly see the outside world through someone else's eyes. For the people in here, it offers a brief but intoxicating bit of an escapism. Most people here actually use them as currency. After you've been here for so long, being able to see the real world, even briefly, is more valuable than any sword or diamond. Do I look into a gem? Sure, you look into the gem and concentrate. You feel yourself slowly being drawn in until everything goes dark. There's a flash of light, and suddenly you're just standing in the bathroom sink. You look into the mirror and see a middle-aged man staring back at you. Placing a hand on your rather round gut, you let out a deep sigh. I used to be so skinny. Think to yourself in a voice you've never heard before. So you get to hear their thoughts, too. That's nice. Suddenly, there's another flash of light, and you're back in the Librum with the goblin. He gives you a knowing look and nods. The gem in your hand has crumbled to dust. What exactly is the spirit of the book? I don't really know. No one does. I think she's an inmate who escaped, like you. What do you do here? I mostly just clean up after the guards. They let me stay out because I repented my evil ways, and I make the laundry smell like freshly cut drafts. But believe me, if I could, I would burn this whole place to the ground. Good job at repenting. Oh, there's more. I had to scroll down. Okay. Is there anything I can do to avoid the guards? You're lucky you met me. It happens, I know. He turns around abruptly at the sound of two men talking. I accidentally clicked over that. That's right. There isn't much time. He hands you a red feather. There's a safe place where others like you are hiding. If you continue through the cell block, you'll eventually come across a dark pit. Jump into it. This feather will ensure you wind up at the sanctuary. So I gotta find... Watch out for the knight. He's in charge of this block. So I gotta find a pit and jump into it to get to a sanctuary. Before you can ask any more questions, he turns around and hurries the stairs behind you. Oh fuck, I just clicked off that before I could see it. Alright, that I think is an enemy. Yeah, it is. So like the foes from Etrian Odyssey, they appear as abstract blocks of something. I will go ahead and do challenge on my skeleton. Let's take out this new guy that I've never seen before, the Squire, because he looks like he could deal some damage. And we will attack the Squire with a vampire. Vampire has taken a little nick. And we will go ahead and just basically standard tank and spank kind of thing. Okay, what is this? He got a debuff, I think. I did not see what that debuff is. What is that debuff? Doesn't tell me. Attack. Attack. And attack. Because I know that'll overwhelm him. Because he's just a guard. Okay, 12 gems, 1 scrap of leather, for which I don't know what the leather does, so... Sorcerer leveled up. Alright. More hit points. New skill. Focus. Alright. That's not bad. Let's see what they got me. Nothing over here. 18 gems. What are these? Well, what are these? Because okay, one. They're just random items, I guess. 96 gems. And this is a blue quartz. I think a lot of this is like crafting material, because later on you can start making your own equipment. And I think that's basically the main way you get new equipment. Okay, there's a creature there. Ah, fuck. Alright. Attack. We will go with a skill and do quick heal on my sorcerer, because my sorcerer leveled up, but his hit points didn't increase. It just left me as is. Kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, I didn't need to do focus. I should have done energy bolt or something. So let's see how my heal works on my. It healed me. That's not that bad. So let's go ahead and go through with basic attacks. Kind of rationing it out, because I think I will go ahead and use my Drain Life skill on one of these scouts when I've killed the other one off. There we go. Now let's see what we got. We'll go with Drain Life. Attack. And attack. I totally wasted that whole magic up skill. Attack. Attack. So, you know, it's going all right so far. I suspect a lot of this stuff gets more intense as you level up, because right now these skills are barely making a difference. Okay, that was that. So I couldn't sneak around it, even though it looked like I might be able to. See what I I got here? An opal bracelet, which is an item, which I'm going to equip. Let's equip it to my sorcerer. Because, yeah, see, because my sorcerer needs to be able to survive some hits. So that's not a bad set of items for him right now. 29 gems. 2 tobacco leaves. Now you find a crumpled piece of paper that reads, "From now on, keep your stuff on your side of the room." Quarreling roommates. 1 fine silk underclothes. 1 iron guitar. That's not bad for when I get something that uses a guitar. Do I want to try to equip those under things? Let me take a look. Let's equip the sorcerer with... No, so I can't use those. Let's equip the vampire with... something. No. Alright, well I'm going to have to assume that I can't equip that on anything, so... Let's get back to where I was going. Man, there's all kinds of darkness in this hall. Will you go to the next level? Yes. So block 1, level 2 complete. You can feel some of your power returning. You may summon one of your former enthralls. Okay, so I've got a tank, a healer. Now I'm going to get some sort of caster. A shadow seems like it would be useful. Unpredictable but powerful. I don't know, I like being able to predict things. Let's go with an imp. Yeah, I think the imp. It's basically debuffs and damage over time. That kind of thing. So let us equip it. Equipment on the imp. Armor, rags. I don't have any accessories for him, so that's it. Just throw some rags on him and get hope that covers him for a while. Yeah, let's fight this. What is this? Wow, that's a lot of NPCs. Alright, so I guess it decided that since we have a full party, we're ready for the big move. Let's see, what skill do I have? Sleep. Causes your enemies to fall asleep. Can't get any better than that. Sleep spell in most games is way overpowered, so the rest of them, we're just gonna keep wailing on this first guard here. Okay. Did any of them fall asleep? Oh shit. I missed half of them with that. But that's okay. At least it cut down on the amount of damage I'm taking. Alright. We'll go with an attack on this guy because he's awake. And basically everybody's going to attack this guy. Oh, one of the people woke up, so only one's still asleep. What a waste. But they don't seem to be doing much damage. They're just chipping away my defense, so... I see. Once ever though your target is dead, you just attack a random one, which is kind of like the asinine way to do things, but... kind of old school, so I guess I can appreciate it. I just remember Final Fantasy 1 on the NES. Weapon ineffective. Weapon ineffective. Which is, I guess this is better than that, so... Just kill this last guy. So I took a little bit of damage that turn, but nothing I can't handle. I'll have my vampire heal everybody up outside of combat. Sorcerer leveled up again. Vampire leveled up. Inhuman Strike. The Imp leveled up. Did everybody level up? Everybody except my... Whoops. Everybody except my skeleton leveled up. My bad. Found one sharpened iron longsword. So that is a direct upgrade for my skeleton. So he, instead of 1 to 8, he can deal 2 to 10 plus 2. That's a straight up upgrade. Yeah, I can get behind that. 53 gems, 1 toy drum, lesser healing, 100 gems. 1. Okay. I'm wondering why it was. It sounds like it's doing like 2. It sounds like it's having trouble with playing 2 musics at once, 2 songs at once. Another leather cape. I'm finding all kinds of upgrades on this. Now, equipment. Skeleton will give him a leather cape, and then we will run back and equip the vampire with that great sword I just found. Straight upgrade for him. I think that's it. Yeah, it is definitely fucking up on the music, so give me a second. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save over my old file, sure. Let's see what else I got. I'm gonna hope that music bug kind of straightens itself out next time I get into combat. An iron mace, which I think may be an upgrade for my sorcerer. Let's get that equipped. Yeah, it's giving me a headache, man. Iron mace. I'll equip him with a staff, because that way he's got higher magic. Higher magic is higher damage, and it did not straighten out my music things. Maybe it did. A dwarven fighter. So time to kick this guy's ass. I think I'm just gonna straight up just own him. Although I don't know, dwarven fighters are pretty stout little creatures. So okay, he's toughening himself. 0 hit points. Yeah, I'm barely doing any damage. Let's see what skills I got. Let's go with flame, and then black bolt on him, and then just straight up attacks. See, fire damage and spell damage just ignores defense for the most part. So they may not do as much damage as weapon attacks, but they do ignore defense, so that's all good. Awesome. 1 leather boot. So I've got an accessory, another accessory for somebody. 1 hide armor. That's another upgrade. Alright. Hunter's bracelet. Let's equip my skeleton with his new armor. Hide armor. And the who doesn't have all of their slots filled? Here we go. We will give him something to up his. May as well give him this too. I don't know what agility does, and I'm not gonna waste time looking it up while I'm on stream here. So let's see. Brass snuff box, which I suspect is just like random treasure, and a box with a journal. It's barely been used. Most of the writing is about the lack of discipline amongst the guards. Of course, a lot of the lads in here don't know what they're doing. Sons of farmers and gutter rats promised a life with purpose. They're just too young to understand what being here forever really means. The final page looks like it's gotten wet. The ink is blurry and hard to read, but you can make out some of it. Was the only one who understood me, now he's dead. Kenrick didn't deserve that. I'm sure that stinking goblin knows something. Next time the others aren't around, I'll make him talk. so let's go in here. A glowing ball of light hovers before you. Oh, you're a new one. Just what are you up to? I think I'll follow you for a bit and find out. Oh, great. Is it going to be like a sprite? Inside the sack is a dead rat. You decide to leave him in relative peace. Oh no, that's kind of messed up, man. So what am I looking for now? Oh, here we go. This door. Down this corridor and into the next cell block. Or the next level. You've cleared cell block 1, level 3. These maps are relatively small, and I don't know if it holds through the entire thing. I did not play this game long enough to find out before. So. Whoa, okay, here we go. I think this is the end of the cell block, so... Let's save the game here. Okay, because I suspect that, if I remember right, this guy at the end kind of hands me my ass quite a few times. Okay, it's like a elevator. And another elevator. And there is a boss there, so I'm going to take the opportunity to have my vampire quick heal, my sorcerer quick heal himself, and then dark sacrifice on my skeleton, and then quick heal on himself again. Do I get enough for one more? Yeah. Alright. So everybody's kind of topped up, not really anybody to the beginning or to the top. Standing at the center of the platform with grim solemnity is a well-armored knight. I know where you're trying to go, Sorcerer, and you'll never make it. The fact that you have made it as far as you have speaks for to your skill. However, your insurrection ends here. Hefts his sword up and enters into an attack stance. So this is a boss, and it's got appropriate boss music. We will start off with a flame on the knight, and then we will continue with a challenge on this guy. My sorcerer is going to open up with a black bolt on the knight, and my vampire is only got 1 energy. So you know what? I'm going to focus my vampire. Oh, 0 hit points. He did not take anything from my imp. Alright. So my tank is going to try and tank. Okay, he is not taking any magic damage. That does not bode well for me. So let's try to do Inhuman Strike, because I need physical damage on this guy. I'll attack him. Skeleton is going to use a skill, and he's going to use Power Strike on the knight, and then the sorcerer is going to just straight up attack him. Let's see what I do. Oh, I'm taking away his defense, so better than nothing. Okay. So I'm just kind of chipping away his defense. I guess that follows because he is basically in big-ass armor, so... Just do nothing but straight-up attacks real quick. Try and get his defense down to the point where I can actually damage him. Okay. I'm gonna try and put him to sleep. My vampire is going to try to drain life. Let's see if that works at all. And then attack and attack. Did he fall asleep? No, he did not. And it didn't even give me a thing, so he's probably immune to it. And, well, I gained some hit points, so... Oh, it's a damn good thing that I did that, because my vampire almost got one-shotted. He would have got one-shotted if I hadn't sucked his life, so... Attack. 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 And my vampire is going to have to quick heal himself. Okay. Come on, I'm not doing any damage to him. Okay. My vampire is going to need a lot more than that one heal. What can my imp do? Not a hell of a lot. Attack. Knight. Yeah, my vampire is just going to have to attack, because oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Well, he probably could have healed himself. Don't worry about it. What can my sorcerer do? Can he reduce the defense any? Let's go with Frost. Try that. Skill. Go ahead and do Power Strike on him. He's just flat out dodging my imp. Agility down, and finally some hit point damage on him. Finally I'm doing hit point damage on him. After all this time. So, I'll have my imp try to flame him again. Vampire is going to use Drain Life. And my sorcerer is going to attack. And skeleton is also going to I'm going to challenge on him, just to see if it works at all. Okay, finally my spells are hit. My spells are finally doing damage to him. And, yeah, so I'm seeing some good progress now. So I'm worn his armor down to the point where I can actually do some hit points. Okay, what does my vampire want to do now? Whoops. Skill. Quick heal, because I don't want to get one-shotted. Skill. Focus, may as well. Skill. Defensive strike, because if he does hit me, I don't want to get completely destroyed. And skill, Black Bolt. So this actually takes a little bit of thought. I could see myself losing this battle very easily. Especially after that. You see how much damage he's doing now that my defense is down? Didn't restore that much, but restored some. Okay, so my imp is going to apparently attack because he's got nothing on the refresh. Sorcerer is going to focus. Vampire is going to quick heal on himself. And I got nothing on the skeleton, so I'll just attack. I'm barely doing damage to this guy. And he's got an attack that can pretty much one-shot pretty much anybody here. Wow, my skeleton is really low. I may have to use that, hold on a sec, I'll go back. I'm gonna try to, I got flame? Yeah, flame refreshed. My skeleton is going to use the lesser heal potion. Going to have to. Because he's almost dead, and I don't want to lose him, so... Frostfall, because it's just that good. Vampire... We'll do a quick heal on the vampire. Alright, So, light fire damage. 3. I guess it doesn't get any lighter than that. Go ahead and heal myself up some. Ow! Kinda hitting hard now. If I get his agility low enough, he should start missing a little bit more, but... Okay. Imp is going to... Yeah, Imp is just going to attack. Skeleton is going to... Power Strike. Vampire... We're just going to have to keep quick healing, because that's the only way I'm going to even try to keep up with this shit. And the Sorcerer is... yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just attack with the Sorcerer. $15 hit points. Ouch. He's kind of ripping into me now, man. I don't have a lot of options here. 6 hit points. Did Flame refresh? No. So just attack. Do I have any skills available? Defensive Strike, I'm gonna have to do it. Do I have any skills on my Sorcerer? Black Bolt is gonna have to do something. And my Vampire, who has 1 energy. I'm gonna keep healing my Sorcerer because that's all I can do. I'm gonna have somebody die here. There's no way I can avoid that at this point. I mean, unless he just flat out dies right now. Then oh, that's 4 hit points, really. See, the Imp is like really bringing it home here because he's not getting hit at all. I'll go ahead and attack with a Skeleton. That's what the Vampire can do. Keep spamming quick heal, that's all I can really say on that. My Sorcerer. Focus. Six hit points, not great. Enemy Smite. And there goes my Skeleton. Skeleton's down. Okay. So let's see what I can... Let's see if I can try to pull this out here. I'll try and focus on my imp. Vampire is going... I'm gonna have to start attacking with a Vampire because I can't play defensive with him anymore. And we'll do a full-on Frostfall on him. See if that doesn't help. Okay. See, my Vampire can actually do some decent damage. He's got a great sword. There we go. So I just lost the Skeleton. Not a problem. Sorcerer leveled up, Vampire leveled up, Imp leveled up, and the Skeleton just kind of sat there and died. So let's see. Is this where I need to go? There's a pit. There's a chest first, though. I think when I played, I actually just jumped down the pit. 1 Magician Bracelet. So that's not bad. So let's jump down this pit. And as you fall, you start to feel lightheaded. And right before you black out, the strangest sensation comes over you. It feels like your body is getting pushed through a cheese grater, but not in a painful way. You only have a few seconds to ponder this before you completely lose consciousness. As you come to, you are approached by a woman you've never met, but who seems familiar. Glad you finally made it. Based off your reputation, I thought that knight wouldn't even stand a chance, but he gave you a good bit of a challenge. We've met before, haven't we? You're a perceptive one. That's going to come in handy. Some call me the spirit of the book, who looks a lot better as a chick than she does as a mouse. This is the sanctuary, a safe place for all who seek escape from the Librum. Just whatever. Well, relatively safe. You don't get sealed in here for being nice. Anyway, let's get into business. You see, even though this book we're in is our prison, it's still a book, subject to all the frailty and limitations of any. Books are held together by their bindings, and if their bindings are broken, obviously pleased with herself, she pauses with self-satisfied air. The librum is broken into blocks. Each block consists of 3 fours guarding the binding and the binding itself. You'll need to ascend through the librum, breaking the bindings on every book. When the last one is broken, we may move as we please. I'm going to teach you a powerful spell that will undo these bindings. It's called the Chant of Unmaking. You quickly learn the spell, taking only a few hours. Very quick learner. Before you go back, you should acquaint yourself with some of the locals here. Some of the heroes in the librum could tear you apart as you are now, so you're going to need some help. And also here, take this. She hands you a large palm-sized gem covered in spiraling runes. This will enable you to return here whenever you want. Your next destination should be block 2. I've heard it smells awful. Make sure to take a bath and get back. Good luck. So, whoops. This is basically the city. You get like a room, you get, you know, townsfolk, you get a store. Tome of Heroes, which is good. Okay, what else do I got? Nothing. Alright. So I think now that I'm in town and past the tutorial levels, I'm going to call it here for the night. Go ahead and save the game. And let's see. Now, what do I think of this game? I like it. I really like it. I mean, I could see myself playing this for a long time. It does not look like a long game, at least the version that I've got. So, as I've said, I don't think I've got the latest version. You can get this on Steam and GOG.com, I believe. I think I've seen it on Steam. I know I've seen it on GOG.com, goodoldgames.com. So, you know, if you want to check it out, I encourage you to do so. This is going to go in my recommended list at some point. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties to begin with, but you know, we're still working things out. You know, classic dungeon crawling role-playing game from a different perspective. That's what I like about this. Just makes me feel nice and fuzzy all over. So, highly recommend. This has been the RPG Crawler with Indie Game Fridays. If you are watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy what you've seen. I stream live on twitch.tv/RPGcrawler, and in fact, I usually record these live on RPG Crawler, on twitch.tv/RPGcrawler. You can follow me on Twitter at RPGcrawler, mostly just automated things telling you when I've gone live or if I've got any special projects. On the Facebook at facebook.com/RPGcrawler, and of course on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know where it is, youtube.com/RPGcrawler. Thank you. This has been a real pleasure. Take care and good night.